everyone. Today I'm going to be doing my May Boxycharm unboxing. I definitely wasn't the biggest fan of last month's box, so I want to see if this one is better than the last one. So I will share with you guys all the things that came in my box and let you know what I think about them and showing you how I wear them. So if you aren't familiar with Boxycharm, it is a beauty subscription box. You can sign up for monthly, or you can do like 3 months, or I think 6 months, or maybe even a year as well. It's $25 a month. They also have like add-ons and all kinds of stuff like that. So if you're interested in trying Boxycharm, I do have a referral link below that you can use. It'd be greatly appreciated. Otherwise, let's get started. So the theme for this month is called Mother Nature, and the box variation that I got was box number 4. Alright, so the first item in my box is an item I believe I chose. This is the Glam Glow Berry Glow Probiotic Recovery Mask. So this is the size of it. It is 2.5 ounces or 75 milliliters, and this retails for $49. So it says this is a creamy, nutrient-dense, soothing mask with antioxidant-rich berries and probiotics that instantly boosts the skin's health, restores radiance, and balances skin's biome. So I'm interested in trying this. I've never tried anything from Glam Glow. I know I've never bought anything from them. But this is what it looks like on the inside. It kind of reminds me of like a yogurt almost. It's kind of like a purpley gray color, and it does seem to have little bits of I guess like berry particles in it. It smells a lot like wine, to be honest, which I don't really like that smell, but obviously that makes sense since it is a berry product. So I'm gonna go ahead and apply it with a brush like this. I'm gonna just start with taking some of it in the cap, and I'm going to apply this all over to my face. Alright, so it doesn't really look like much on the face. It does feel really like nice and cooling. So the instructions just say to apply an even layer to clean skin, leave on for 10 minutes, and then use a tissue to wipe off any excess, and then if desired, rinse and pat skin dry. So I'm just going to let this sit on for a little bit and come back and share with you guys how my skin feels afterwards. Alright, so I removed the mask, and it definitely left my skin feeling like really like smooth. It didn't leave it feeling stripped or dry or anything. It's not overly moisturizing. I feel like I could definitely put on a moisturizer just to kind of like help with my dry skin, but overall it just left my skin feeling like really nice and smooth, and you know, nothing that did anything super spectacular, but overall I did like it, and I will definitely keep trying it. So yeah, so far I like this item and I will keep using it. Okay, so the next item I got in my box is another complexion product, and this is the second time I believe I have gotten a complexion product, and it is also another concealer. So this is from the brand Tristique. I have definitely gotten stuff from this brand before. This one is called the Cover and Concealer Crayon, and it retails for $24. So mine is in the color Porcelain, and I believe that would be the best color for me. So this is what the little packaging looks like. I really like the packaging of it. It looks really nice. And so you take off the cap, and it is a stick concealer. I'm typically not a big fan of stick concealers. I usually just use liquid concealers, but I definitely want to give this one a go. And then in the bottom here, there is a little sponge blender in there as well. I don't know if I'll really use that a whole lot, but it's nice to know that it's there. And typically I do my concealer after I do my foundation, but I do kind of want to like test how this color looks on my skin, so I'm just going to do a little bit underneath my foundation, and then I'll probably go back and touch up some more. So I'm just going to do some of this under my eyes, and to kind of like get an idea of what the product feels like. It's definitely a little bit on the creamy side, but it's not overly creamy. It's not dragging too much, but I can feel just a tiny bit of resistance there. So I'm just going to kind of work on concealing some spots where I have a bit of redness, and just kind of go and work my way around like that, and then I'll go back and blend it. Another reason why I typically like to use it after I do my foundation is I find that I just use so much more concealer if I'm trying to apply it before my foundation, because usually foundation will kind of cancel out a lot of the redness, and then you can kind of go back and really touch up any areas that really need it. So it's definitely not as creamy as a liquid concealer would be, obviously, but it's not blending too bad. I think I just like using my finger more than I like using the little sponge. But overall I feel like that did a pretty good job, and I feel like that's a really good color match for me as well. You know, it's not drastically light or too dark for me. So especially if I was just trying to do like a really quick kind of like a no makeup kind of day and I just had a couple spots I wanted to conceal, I feel like this would be a really easy product to use. So I'm going to come back to this. I'm going to go ahead and start on my base makeup and then come back and apply a little bit more of this. Okay, so I have now applied my foundation. So I'm going to go back and take a little bit more of the concealer and just kind of add it in any spots I feel like need a little bit more coverage. So I'm just going to kind of go over these areas, and I'll probably go a little bit more under my eyes as well. I feel like needs a little bit more help under there. Okay, so this is how it looks with the second layer of the concealer on. One thing I do have to say, I really do like this, but I do not like it for under the eyes. But what I do like it for is for actual breakouts on my skin, because this color is really, really good for me, which I'm really surprised, but it really does a good job at covering up some of the redness on my skin. But I just like to have a little bit more brightness under the eyes. And since this is pretty similar to my skin tone, I don't get as much of that brightness that I typically would. So I can totally see myself using this more on like a kind of like a no makeup kind of day where I just kind of want to touch up or cover up rather, you know, just some little spots and stuff. But I will use my concealer just a little bit under the eyes just to kind of brighten and lift that area a little bit more. But I do like that concealer, and I'm actually really surprised that they did such a good color match for me. Alright, so that's it for the concealer. I'm going to finish off the rest of my makeup and come back with the next product. Okay, so the next product in my box is a palette. I feel like it's kind of been a while since I've gotten a palette, but this is from the brand Studio Makeup. This is what the palette looks like. This is just called the Ease to Wear Eyeshadow Palette. This retails for $35. I just have to say automatically, I would not pay $35 for this. I don't know, this is just one of these brands, just from looking at the packaging of it, and like, it's like one of those, like, there's no personality at all to this brand. Just from what I can tell from this one product, like, I don't know, it doesn't, there's no personality, there's nothing. And for $35, I would not pay $35 for this. I mean, the colors, on the one hand, these are colors I would use all the time. I'll have to try the actual eyeshadows out and see how good they are, but I have a million palettes that look like this. I feel like this kind of looks like the Urban Decay Naked Reloaded palette, but really, I mean, it's just kind of that peachy color that kind of like looks like that. Like if you take that out, boom, any neutral palette you own. So I don't know, there's no like exciting factor from this, but I mean, they're colors that I use all the time. But yeah, so I'm just going to zoom in and do a really quick eye look and let you guys know how these blend and how they perform. But I have to just say, purely based on the colors and like the palette and the branding and all that, not exciting, and honestly I would not pay $35 for this. Okay, first things first, I'm going to start with this color here. This one is a matte cool brown color. That one is called Bear, and I'm just going to take that on a fluffy blending brush, and I'm going to start working that in my crease. So definitely looks pretty pigmented so far right off the bat, so that is good. And I'm just going to take my time and blend this out. Okay, I'm going to take just a little bit of this color here. This one is called Lace. I'm going to take that and kind of blend out more of that outer portion and just blend that upward. I'm going to take a little bit more of that first color I used, Bear, and I'm going to take that on a smaller brush. I'm going to run that on the lower lash line. And then I'm going to take the darkest matte brown color here. This one's called Fate, and to be honest, it's not that much darker than the color Bear. So I wish they would have included a, you know, maybe even just like a black, because I feel like I can't really deepen this look any more than it is. And with it being like, honestly, the same depth wise, it's just a little bit more of a warm tone brown. I feel like it would have suited the palette to have more of like a, either like a really dark like espresso brown, or even just like a straight up matte black would be best. Next, I'm going to use this color here. This is like a shimmery taupey kind of grayish kind of color. This one is called Gilded. It doesn't look like super shimmery, but it is the most shimmery of the palette. But I doubt it's going to give me like a super foiled shimmer kind of look. I feel like it's going to be a little bit softer, but it is a really pretty color. It's applying evenly. It does have a little bit of like almost like micro shimmer in it, but I don't really know how much of that will come off on camera. And I'm also going to take a little bit of that on the lower lash line here, just on the inner portion of my eyes. And finally, the last color I'm going to take is this first one here. This one is like a light, kind of like a creamy shimmer shade, more of like a satiny almost, and that one is called Sheen. And I'm just going to put that in the inner corner just to bring a little bit of light to the inner corner. And I'm going to take just a tiny bit of that and I'll do it like a little brow bone highlight. All right, and I'm just going to finish off the eyes. I'm going to just do a little bit of mascara and curling my lashes. I'm actually going to be using another mascara from Tristique. This is actually one I got from a Boxycharm a long time ago and I just have never gotten to it. This one's actually kind of cool because it like has like the little lash curler built into like the wand, but I do have to say I don't like this lash curler. It's just too small. Like if it was like the full like width of my lashes, I would totally use it. Finally broke into this one, so kind of interesting that I'm using 2 Tristique products in one video. But yeah, I'm gonna apply a quick coat of this. And I guess really quickly I can talk about this mascara. I can't remember how much this one retails for, but I do like this one so far. It has that same kind of like hourglass shaped brush, kind of like the Better Than Sex or like the Lash Paradise. I really love that shape of wand. It just, I don't know, I really like it. So I'm just gonna do a quick little coat of some mascara. I find that this is like really good at lengthening and separating, but it doesn't really give me a whole lot of volume. But otherwise it's a pretty good mascara. I don't know if I would purchase this one again, but I like it and I'm gonna use it for a long time. I'm kind of notorious for using my mascara longer than I should, but it is what it is. Okay, so that's pretty much it for the eyes. Overall, what I think about this palette, I have to say, as far as the actual eyeshadows go, I like them. I think they're pretty good. They're not like the best shadows I've ever used. They're definitely not the worst either. They're very pigmented. I feel like they blended pretty easily. Overall, did it give me anything like that revolutionary? Not at all, but I do like the colors. I feel like these are colors I would wear all the time, so I like the colors and I can appreciate this, but I do have to say I wouldn't pay $35 for this if I just saw this like, you know, online or like sitting on the shelf at the store. I mean, there's absolutely no character to this. There's no, I don't know, there's just nothing that excites me about this, but I would use this. I feel like it was pretty good quality, it's practical, and something I would use. So I like this one, but it doesn't excite me. The next product I got was a liquid lipstick. This is from the brand Appeal. I believe I've gotten a few things from this brand before. Overall, I don't know, it's okay. This retails for $21. It is an ultra cream liquid lipstick, and what color did I get? This one is in the color Chic. So I don't know, a little bit darker of a color than what I would typically use, but I'll go ahead and put it on and let you guys know what I think about this. Overall, I can't tell if there's really much of a scent to it at all. If there is, it's super subtle and I can't tell at all. But one thing I really do like about this that I was not expecting, it kind of has that lip brush where it's like a pointed lip brush and it has like, it's hollowed out in the center. I believe YSL does a similar kind of brush like this. So I don't know, for some reason I like those brushes and I was not expecting that from this product. But yeah, so this is the color Chic and I'm just gonna apply it. Okay, the only thing, the brush does feel a little bit more flimsy than the YSL ones, but overall did get the job done. I feel like the colors, it's okay, it's pretty. It's a little bit more, I don't know, it's a little more corally than what I typically go for. Not really a color I see myself using a whole lot. I mean, I feel like I can pull it off, but just not a color I feel like I gravitate towards. So I don't know, for me, I'm just not that excited about this. Okay, and I really feel like I just need some liquid liner on this, so I'm just gonna quickly apply some of that and talk about the last product. Okay, I just feel like that looks a lot better with the eyeliner on. Something about this lip color just, I don't know, it really made my eyes look weird. Okay, my eyeliner bled a little, just ignore that. So the last product that I got is from Tarte. I didn't even know they made a product like this. This is called the High Performance Naturals Miceller Magic Makeup Remover and Cleanser. This retails for $18. Like I said, I didn't even know Tarte made like micellar water, but I'm really excited to get this because I love micellar water. I always use it to take off like my face makeup, and then I use a Crayon eye makeup remover to get rid of most of my eye makeup. So this is the Micellar Magic, and it comes, I believe this is like the little pump where you like push down on it. Let me open it up and see. Yes, it is. So I really like this packaging as well. It's really easy to use if you just have like a little cotton pad or something. Super easy to use. I will try this out tonight and maybe I will update you guys eventually. I'm pretty sure I'm gonna like it just because I feel like, you know, you can't go wrong with micellar water, and I really like it. So I'm glad to have gotten this, and I feel like $18 is, I don't know, kind of up there for like, you know, essentially just like a water. But yeah, I'm glad I got this, and I can't wait to try this one out. Okay, so really quickly, my final thoughts on everything I got. So for the first product, the Glam Glow, I really like this. I'm glad I got it. Something to try out, and I can't wait to use it again. Next was the concealer. I feel like this isn't something I would use on like an everyday basis, but I did like it for spot covering up any blemishes on my skin, but I didn't like it for the under eyes. Next was the eyeshadow palette. Like I said, I already mentioned pretty much everything I think about this. Just there's no character to it. I like the colors. They blended easily. I wouldn't pay $35 for it. So not exciting, but practical. So I don't know, I kind of like it for that. As far as the liquid lipstick goes, I don't know, just not really a color that I feel like is something I gravitate towards. And I don't know, I haven't been a huge fan of the brand appeal that I've gotten from other boxes. And then finally, the Miceller water. I totally think I will get a lot of use out of this one, so I'm really glad that I got this one. Okay, so the total value of my box was $147. Overall, I think that this one is a lot more exciting than the last box that I got. I just really wasn't feeling that one. This one definitely was a little bit better than last time. Definitely not like the best box I've ever gotten, but definitely I feel like I totally got $25 worth, especially with this mask alone being like, what, $49? That alone made it worth it. And then of course, I think for me, the two things I like the most would be the mask and the micellar water. So yeah, that is it for this video. I hope you guys enjoyed. If you did, please like and subscribe. You can follow me on Instagram. Link is below. Until my next video, I will talk to you guys later. Bye.